Good afternoon, guys, and happy, what's today? Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys, today was such a jam-packed, pretty much for the most part fun day today. My hair, guys, I know is a hot mess. I gotta go take a shower. It's actually pretty chilly out, guys. It's cold in my room. Well, that's because the air conditioner's still in my window right now, but it was actually kind of chilly out today. And it ended up, this morning I woke up like not super early, maybe about 8:30 or so. Ended up going to the grocery stores, guys, which was kind of fun because it was the first time that we like restocked the fridge or actually like put the brand new groceries in the refrigerator, guys, which like this is okay. You guys have seen the refrigerator in the past, the old one, after I'd go to the grocery store and how packed it would always be. Look at that. That's not even like that bad, honestly, guys. I mean, and we didn't buy like a huge amount of groceries, but we have like a good amount of groceries, and it's not like crazy like overflowing in here or nothing. And then I mean, we really didn't buy anything that would belong in here, but went to the grocery stores, did that, got the stuff that I need to make the freezer dinners for this week, you know, all that other good stuff. Then after that we ended up going and we opened up the high school for the morning game that they ended up having. The younger kids ended up playing. They're like the 8U team. They played this morning at, I forgot what time they ended up playing. I think 2:30 or something like that. But we had to open up at like about noon or so this morning. So after that, ended up going there, opened up the field, then we came home, we watched most of the Bears game because I think it started about noon, and they ended up winning, guys, in overtime today, which was pretty amazing because the only 2 wins now that they have are both overtime wins, which is actually like crazy. I don't even know like what the record of how many times a team has won and they've only won in overtime games, or like the percentage or whatever. It's just like, it's crazy that, yeah, I mean, like we weren't expecting a whole lot out of this year anyway, but the only 2 wins we got were in overtime. I was like, really? Wow. So we watched most of that. We didn't get to see the whole thing because we had to go to our football game that was today at our high school at 4 o'clock, which we had to be there at 2:30 for the game, or before the game started. And guys, first half was 0-0, right? And then we honestly, guys, it was we had some penalties, we had some offsides, we ended up having some fumbles too. I think it wasn't even bad exchange with like quarterback to center. It was more like I don't even really think of it so much with the quarterback. I think they were very aggressive to the ball, so they forced a lot of fumbles, and I think they probably forced about maybe we turned the ball over 2 or 3 times, but we did get a pick in the first, like, right, we turned the ball over, and then I think the next play or second play or something like that ended up getting the pick. And we also forced a fumble too in like towards the end of the game, but ended up we didn't get it. Honestly, I thought our kid was gonna roll on top of it, and like the kid rolled on it and like held it like up against his back, so he had like control over the ball, I guess. So yeah, they ended up getting it back, but it was a really good game, guys. We ended up winning 18-0. Our defense shut out this week, which was awesome because we moved like 2 kids around, and they played amazing. Like, it was exactly what we were missing because we were having a problem with some of our linebackers and stuff like that. So we kind of flip-flopped and switched a little bit, and it was exactly what we needed. And like they ended up, the pursuit was like perfect. So overall, the defensive change was awesome. Again, we didn't give up any touchdowns, but right before or not right before, but they ended up punting the ball, and our one kid, I think it was a punt. They ended up punting the ball, and the ball like went and it rolled back all the way to the end zone, and I think our kid on our team, he got confused or whatever. He maybe thought it couldn't go in the end zone or whatever. We just like, my dad tried to ask him like, you know, why'd you try to pick up the ball? He ended up trying to get it the 1 yard line, and he touched it and like didn't fall on it, and like they got the ball back. Like, we were really confused, like, what were you thinking or whatever. He's just like, I don't want to be back there. And he's like said this before too. He's like, I don't want to be back for punts and stuff like that. I think just because he's so nervous, and maybe it's just the emotion, whatever. It was just like getting to him, because we're like, don't touch it, don't touch it. And the other team's trying to get it because they didn't want it to go into the end zone, because if they did, they'd get it at the 20-yard line. So they're trying to fall on it at the 1-yard line, put us all back there, right? So maybe that's what he's thinking, or he's just, you know, whatever. And ended up, you know, we turned the ball over the 1-yard line. Well, our defense, again, guys, when you get the ball up in the 1-yard line to the other team, you know that it's not going to come out, you know, that you're not going to hold them to a shutout there, but we did. The one girl who's on our team, oh my gosh, the referee actually came over and had to comment on how amazing she was, because she had these 2 stripers who, I mean, she's tiny, like, probably smaller than me tiny, and she was playing off the defensive line, and she was getting through there so fast, because she's like one of the fastest kids on her team, so fast, shooting right through her gap, and getting in there, getting in the backfield, that they were holding her. And so the referees called it. They ended up pushing them back 10 yards. Then there was like either another penalty, I think they might have had like false start or something, ended up pushing them another couple yards back. I think we ended up getting a tackle in the end, or you know, we got a sack or something like that, ended up tackling them back further. We ended up pushing them from the 1-yard line all the way back to the 30-yard line with our defense, like on either penalties, you know, stuff like that. It was crazy, guys, honestly. And so it was like one of the best defensive games I think we've ever had. And offensively, again, after that second half, when we were actually really starting to get in the groove of everything, we stopped making all those little mistakes and stuff like that. Snap counts were right, because we did change up our snap counts. Originally, we weren't doing anything other than going on like go or something like that, and we changed it up. We were going on go, we were going on ready, we were going on hut, you know, second hut, all this kind of stuff. We're switching all this stuff up. We were able to draw, I think, a couple of you know, penalties from the other team then in that second half, because we were really disciplined, and it was awesome. Which, again, we put in this new offense just this week, and we were able to win with it, which was amazing. And so we're going to refine it more, especially to only having 2 practices. I was so crazy nervous that we were not going to do very well, but we actually had a line coach he played line in like high school and stuff like that, and I want to say maybe like graduated a year after me or something like that, like through our high school. And his brother played on this team with these kids last year, but he's actually a freshman now this year. And so, but his brother's like a really good line coach. He's really good encouraging the kids, and he was actually there Thursday after his brother's high school game on Thursday night for the freshmen. So he was there and was able to help the kids, because he was actually there at the beginning of the season, but he had work and stuff like that. So he was like, I really want to be here for, like, you know, for the rest of the practices and for the games, now that he's not going to have to go to his brother's games as much or practices and stuff like that, because he was kind of there and stuff. And so I was like, that would be so stinging helpful, because I feel like our line, both defensively and offensively, though, just did so much better because they had him like kind of backing them, and he's like super encouraging to them and stuff like that. And I feel like we have been lacking a coach like that, that's like, you know, gets on the kids and is intense with them, but is very encouraging also. And like, I'm a very intense person, but I'm not a very encouraging person. Like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh, good player, you know, you did that well, but I feel like I'm not, I don't know, I'm not an encouraging person. Like, especially I guess in football, I'm very like high strung, and so I feel like it's hard for me to give those little compliments. It's easier for me to pick out kind of those negative things a little bit easier, because obviously they're so noticeable. But he does like a really good job at that, I feel like. And like, again, that's what we've kind of been missing in, you know, for this line especially, because that is our most, you know, I don't want to say weak point, but it's very, like, a lot of those kids need to really get, you know, going. Like, our skill guys are really, you know, they're all the gold players for the most part, and, you know, most of our line is all the silver kids that played last year, and so they just need a lot of encouragement. And he was there, and I felt like it was just huge. And, you know, again, our line did so well both defensively and offensively this week. So yeah, guys, it was awesome. And then too, once we came back from football, guys, I actually took the cabinet door off of here. It was because it was on this side, or it was on this side, right? The hinge was over here. We couldn't open the door this way, so I had to squeeze my hand in about this much of a crack, right, in order to get the screws off of here. So my dad's gonna remount it on this side so we can open it this way, and somewhat be able to get into here and still have the door on there. But for right now, we don't have a door on it because, again, we couldn't get in there at all. And I need to get the Tupperware out of there so I can actually cut up the produce for this week, because I was like, I got a cantaloupe. I also got like salad and stuff that I'm going to cut up and make, and peppers, and like I normally put it in Tupperware. And I was like, my mom, when they came to bring the fridge, put all of the Tupperware, even the big stuff that I normally don't leave, I leave it out just because I use it to cut up for that week anyway, like if I just took it out of the dishwasher or whatever. And so I'm like, where am I gonna, like, I was like, Mom, I can't get in here now to get to this stuff. So it was a huge headache, but I was able to do it. And like I said, my dad's gonna have to now remove that, but that was another like 20-minute project I did today. And so, oh goodness, guys, our house is in like total disarray right now, honestly, all kinds of disarray, and it's crazy and it's giving me a headache. But yeah, stuff's coming together but also falling apart at the same time, like the new fridge. But now we have to take the hinge off on there. But it is kind of nice because it's actually mounted on the inside of this, so you can't notice it. If it was like on this part, you'd be able to see if it was like here or whatever, but since it's on that inside, it's not as noticeable, and we can just fix it and again mount it now on that side. The only problem is that we are going to have to then move this instead, which you're going to probably be able to see. But maybe we can try and figure out some way to, like, I don't know, not caulk it, but like cover it over or something like that. I really don't know. Like some type of wood filling or something that we can put in there, because we're going to have to switch the handle now to the opposite side. So, unless we mount it upside down, but I don't really know that that would work because the wood grain would all be going different way. I don't know. Anyways, guys, we'll have to figure out that problem when we get there. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, though, I'm going to take a shower and head to bed because it is still kind of early. And like I said, I'm going to do all the produce prep, and I got freezer dinners I got to make for tomorrow and stuff. But I got the last load of laundry in the washing machine right now, or kind of last load. I think I might do one like midweek, only because I had some left over, but not really enough to do a whole load yet. So I'll do that, and then I gotta do dishes tomorrow too. But nobody cooked today, so there wasn't any dishes, which was nice. But I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.